Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is the second New Yorker here. Please bear with me as this is my first video. I started this channel dedicated mostly to firearms and the Second Amendment, but also to all of our rights. And please be familiar with all of our rights. Don't just be able to say, oh, well, freedom of speech and protected from search and seizure, and I can plead the Fifth in court. No, if you're not familiar with your rights, please Google the Bill of Rights, read it, learn it, know it. All too often I see people who will just say okay to anyone with a badge asking anything really, and they don't know if it's right or wrong. They think, well, guy has a badge, we can do whatever. And 90-some% of police and other people in power are good people. They're family of mine, friends of mine, people I know, people I talk to all the time. But there are a few bad ones out there, and when you get a few bad people in power, they cause a lot of problems. I'm not naming any names yet on this video, but there's a lot of you out there who can name a lot of names, and you would be dead on all these problems that we are having. And it's not getting any better without people standing up and voicing their opinions. And there are some, but not nearly enough. But guys, before I get too far into this, let me just say what to expect on my channel. Gonna be some shooting videos, some gun reviews. There'll be some political rants or talking about current events, things you need to get out and voice your opinion or to vote on. Some how-tos as time allows. KSG owners, sub up. If you want a KSG, you own a KSG, you're considering it, I am going to do some how-tos, including curing some issues that a lot of people do have with sticky slide trying to rack. And it's not ammunition based, but it is a very easy fix. So sub up. I will get to it as soon as I can. I'm not going to do a ton of videos probably because I do work a lot, which is why I just pulled over and I'm recording this in my truck. It's not a complaint, believe me. There's a lot of people out of work. So if you can work, you'll work, even if it means you got to work a lot. And you got to do what you got to do. And that goes for people out in Colorado. You got to get out there and vote September 10th. You have got to get those bastards out of there. Bloomberg, yes, New York City Mayor Bloomberg donated only $350,000 into keeping these people in power. Why? Well, he did right the gun laws that were enacted in Colorado. And what started this recall election, you can get John Morse and Angelina Heron out, and I hope I pronounced that right, you are giving us a great start, because when they see that these people strip you of your rights and then they get voted out, it's going to take the wind out of the sails of a lot of other people. If they sit in and stay in power, you're going to empower a lot of others. This group, Mayors Against Against Illegal Guns, empower them. Cuomo, Bloomberg, Obama, Feinstein. These people are watching this election, and I'll be watching this election very, very closely. It'll be a dark day if they stay. Because remember, once your rights are gone, they're almost never given back. It's almost impossible to get them back. It's an uphill battle. And that's what we're facing here in New York, is an uphill battle with a 500-pound weight strapped to our backs. I hope we can do it. Gonna try. Really don't know. If you want to laugh and you're not in New York, read the New York Unsafe Act. Oh, again, sorry, it's the New York Safe Act. Read that gem that was pushed through overnight, literally. Introduced at night, voted on at midnight, and signed in overnight while everyone was sleeping. They sneak that stuff by normally, don't they? Cuomo's got to be voted out. Bloomberg does too, unfortunately. Well, fortunately I'm not in the city, but unfortunately I can't vote on that. And the city does tend to swing towards anti-rights, which which is one reason why the rest of the state's getting pulled down. Most of the rest of the state does not support this. Fortunately, a lot of people live in the city, and it kind of throws it off. And New York's not the only one. There's a lot of states like that, where the majority of the areas are against it, but a couple of large populations support gun control because they don't know any better. They're not exposed to firearms except in gang shootings and in crimes. So you really have to voice your opinions. Get someone out to vote. Tell your friends, your family, your co-workers, anyone with half a brain on their shoulders to get out there and vote. Especially you guys in Colorado. You've only got a few days. Get out there. Get active. Vote your opinion. Voice your opinion. Be loud and be proud. And most importantly, be heard. This is the Second New Yorker reminding you guys, a one-way compromise is submission.